We're joined now by one of the lawmakers on that tour, Florida State Representative Anna Eskamani. Representative, thank you very much for coming to the weekend. Please tell us about your experience visiting that center yesterday.
Well, I think my colleagues in Congress described it very well. It was just a horrific use of taxpayer dollars. It was hot, muggy, mosquito infested, and of course, very scripted by the state of Florida. You know, this tour was scheduled and hosted in an effort to avoid another PR disaster, as members of Congress were planning to make an unannounced visit, as myself and 4 other Democrats did last week. And so not only was it incredibly scripted, but they refused to allow us to speak to any detainee. And whenever we attempted to do so, we were pulled away from having that conversation. And as Congressman Frost mentioned in his press briefing, they eventually let us look into a room of cages, and it's 8 cages with 32 beds per cage, 3 toilets per cage, 3 phones per cage. We have animals that are in better conditions.
I want to play some sound from the Secretary, Kristi Noem, who said that any issues at Alligator Alcatraz have been addressed, and I want to get your reaction on the other side.
Alligator Alcatraz is held to the same standards that all federal facilities are, and in most states and in other jurisdictions, federal facilities are upheld to a higher quality of standards than what some state and local jurisdictions have. So any issues that were there have been addressed.
If she's saying the issues have been addressed, considering what you saw, how bad were things before?
Exactly right. And the reality is that this is a $450 publicly funded $1 million grift where contracts, no bid contracts, are going to fund Governor Ron DeSantis, the Republican Party of Florida, to establish a facility in the middle of the Everglades that's not flood proof, that's not hurricane proof, and is not meant for people to live and work there, let alone be detained there. And you're seeing employees, they actually told us that they're having a high turnover rate. I wonder why. And of course, the detainees, more and more are coming every single day, with the director of the Florida Department of Emergency Management, who should be focused on hurricanes, is who gave us the tour. And he told us that they're preparing to expand this facility to 4,000 detainees. And so many loved ones have no idea how to even get in touch with their dad, with their brother, with their son. I mean, it is not only inhumane, but it's environmentally concerning. And they use new asphalt for parking lots and roads in an environmentally sensitive area. And it just further affirms for me that this detention center needs to close.
Representative, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't hurricane season coming pretty soon? And what would happen to this does not seem like a facility that could withstand the kind of hurricanes that hit Florida.
Or a gust of wind.
If that. This facility has no running water and no power lines. Everything is off generators. Everything is being trucked in and out. The tents are tents. They're maybe 6 to 8 inches off the ground. This is a facility that would not withstand a basic hurricane season in Florida. And when we asked the director about evacuation plans, his comment was every Florida state facility has an evacuation plan, but he would not tell us what that plan was, at what stage would they evacuate, where would detainees go. And just, again, further emphasizing how this is a political stunt and how this money could be better spent on not only preparing for hurricanes, but on addressing Florida's economic crisis. As we see in our state, wages maintain stagnation while cost of living dramatically goes up.
Well, State Representative, let's pull back the aperture here, because earlier you called this a grift. And if you listen to Secretary Noem, she wants to spread this grift. Watch what she had to say yesterday.
1,000-bed facility can continue to be expanded. We're looking at other locations as well. We've had several other states that are actually using Alligator Alcatraz as a model. I'm having ongoing conversations with 5 other governors about facilities that they may have.
What would you tell the citizens of those 5 states about what could possibly arrive in their states?
Don't be like Florida. We are seeing no bid contracts go to DeSantis donors go to donors of the Republican Party of Florida. The Miami Herald just reported on this yesterday. And you're creating a facility that is not sustainable, that's also lacking due process. It was only 2 days ago that the Department of Emergency Management created a process where lawyers can attempt to access their clients. But even on the facility, there's no clear opportunity for privacy for those meetings. And so if you believe in solving problems, if you believe in comprehensive immigration reform, if you believe that immigrants are hardworking people that are contributing to our economy, that if they pay taxes and they work hard and they deserve a pathway to citizenship, then you do not want this facility anywhere in your state.
Really quickly, I want to get your reaction to the border czar, Tom Homan, who defended ICE after a heckler interrupted him yesterday when he was in your state.
I'm not going anywhere, either as the men and women of ICE. We're going to do the job that President Trump gave us to do. I get death threats all the time. You know what? I'm sick of the You want some? Come get some. And I'm tired of it.
Wow. Ooh. Representative, really quickly.
I mean, this is just the cartoonish behavior that we're dealing with, cartoonishly evil behavior we're dealing with, both at the Trump administration and with Governor Ron DeSantis. These are not individuals acting in good faith. They are purely political mercenaries at this point. And it's very important for us to call out the racial profiling taking place, the lack of due process taking place, and the separation of families. And we have to defend our immigrant community members.
Florida State Representative Eskamani, thank you so much for coming up. We will have you on again. A lot going on in your state.